Somehow, me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call.
It all started with a moment that wasn't supposed to be seen: a quiet dinner, a dimly lit restaurant, and a man who thought he was far from the spotlight. But what nobody expected was that this one moment would explode into a scandal that could shake everything apart. Because when Marsau Scott sat across from a woman who clearly wasn't his wife, the entire narrative around his marriage began to crack. At first, it looked harmless, just two people sharing a table, but then came the body language, the leaning in, the quiet smiles that
mentioned depression, and people are talking about, oh my God, it's a bad problem running rampant. And here's the reason why it's running rampant, right? It's because we don't know what it really is.
didn't feel casual at all. And before anyone could stop it, someone pulled out their phone and captured everything. Within hours, the footage spread like wildfire. And suddenly, the question wasn't just, what is Marsau doing? It became, how long has this really been going on? Because when it comes to Marsau Scott, this isn't the first time his name has been wrapped in whispers, rumors, and uncomfortable questions. For years, fans of Love Marriage Huntsville have watched his relationship with his wife, Letitia Scott, play out on screen. On the surface, they've always presented a united front, a power couple building businesses, raising a family, and standing strong together. But behind that image, there's always been tension.
The part of the harassing communications was you sending the picture.
No,
Right.
no, it wasn't.
Okay, that's the question I gotta ask. The question is, how do you feel about that? That makes me lose respect for Martell.
If it was true.
If it was true, yeah. I didn't
So
say
now
it was
that
true.
he's saying
I
it
assumed it
was
was true.
So
You assumed
if,
it
now
was?
that he's saying that it's not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I believe Martell.
Marsau has often been labeled as private, guarded, and sometimes even dismissive when it comes to questions about his personal life. Whenever rumors surfaced, he didn't confront them head-on. Instead, he brushed them off, laughed them away, or simply refused to engage. And Letitia? She's always stood by him. No matter how loud the noise got, she defended their marriage. She insisted that what they had was real, solid, and unbreakable. She shut down critics, silenced doubters, and made it clear that she trusted her husband. But here's where things get complicated. Trust is easy to talk about when there's no proof. It's much harder when the internet is staring at something that looks very real.
Your wife, she my favorite on the show. Go find her then. Shit, where Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday was her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn
Right,
locator.
right. Because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out because you know she wanna. Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch.
Because over the years, there have been small moments that made people pause. Late nights, vague explanations, conversations that didn't quite add up. Fans noticed patterns even when there was no concrete evidence. Still, nothing ever stuck. Until now. Because this time, it wasn't just talk. It started with a simple post. Someone claimed they had spotted Marsau at an upscale restaurant, sitting with a woman who didn't look like a colleague, didn't act like a friend, and definitely wasn't Letitia. At first, people were skeptical. After all, rumors like this pop up all the time. It's easy to accuse, easy to speculate, and even easier to get it wrong. But then came the footage, and everything changed. The video wasn't long, but it didn't need to be. It showed Marsau clearly.
Once I started having people come to me, it was like, well, we've been offered money to come on the show and said we slept with your husband. I was like, oh my God. Like, this
Are you
is
serious?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe it.
His face, his voice, his mannerisms. There was no confusion about who it was. And the woman? She wasn't just sitting there politely. She was engaged, leaning in, smiling in a way that felt personal. At one point, Marsau leaned closer to her, speaking softly. She laughed, placing her hand briefly near his. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't loud, but it was enough. Enough to make people question everything. Because here's the thing, when you strip away the words, the statements, and the denials, body language tells the truth people try to hide. And this didn't look like business. The internet, of course, did what it always does. It investigated. People zoomed in on the video, compared outfits, matched locations, and even analyzed the timing. Some users claimed they had seen the same woman before. Others said this wasn't a one-time meeting. And then came the deeper digging. Old rumors started resurfacing. Conversations from years ago suddenly felt relevant again. People began to connect dots that at the time seemed unrelated. But here's the twist. This wasn't just about Marsau anymore. All eyes turned to Letitia. Because while the internet was busy dissecting every second of that video, she stayed silent. No immediate response, no denial, no defense. Just silence. And sometimes silence speaks louder than anything else. Fans started watching her closely. Every post, every story, every small detail, looking for signs, hints, anything that could reveal how she was feeling behind the scenes. Then something subtle happened. She posted a message. It wasn't direct, it didn't mention names, but it hit hard. A woman who values herself doesn't beg for honesty.
That was it. Simple, short, but powerful. And just like that, the conversation shifted. Was this her way of responding? Was she hinting that she already knew something wasn't right? Or was she sending a message, not just to Marsau, but to the world? Because let's be real, relationships like theirs aren't just personal. They're public, they're business, they're brand. Marsau and Letitia haven't just built a marriage, they've built an empire. From real estate to television, their lives are deeply connected in ways that go beyond emotions. Which means if something breaks, everything could fall apart. And that's what makes this situation even more intense. Because walking away isn't just about love, it's about risking everything. But what nobody expected was how messy things would get next. Just when people thought the video was the peak of the drama, new claims started surfacing. An anonymous source came forward. They claimed this wasn't a one-time meeting. According to them, Marsau had been seen with this same woman multiple times, different locations, different days, always the same kind of energy. Close, comfortable, familiar. Then came the alleged messages. Screenshots began circulating online. Texts that, if real, painted a very different picture of Marsau's situation. One message reportedly read, "I wish things were simpler, but you know what we have is real." Another hinted at secret meetings, careful planning, and keeping things hidden. Now let's pause for a second. Because in situations like this, not everything online is true. But here's the problem. Even the possibility was enough to shake people's perception. Because when multiple pieces start pointing in the same direction, it becomes harder to ignore. Marsau eventually addressed the situation, but instead of a clear denial, he deflected. He called the rumors exaggerated. He suggested people were reading too much into a normal interaction. He even laughed it off at one point. But here's what stood out. He never directly explained the video. He never clearly defined who the woman was, and he never gave a straightforward answer that could shut everything down. And that made people even more suspicious. Because when the truth is simple, the explanation usually is too. Meanwhile, Letitia remained composed. No emotional outbursts, no public confrontation, just quiet observation. And if you've been watching closely, you know that sometimes the calmest reactions come from the deepest storms. Because behind that silence could be anything: hurt, disappointment, or even preparation. Because if there's one thing people understand about Letitia, it's that she's not weak. She's strategic. And that's what makes this situation so unpredictable. Because she's not the type to act without thinking. She calculates, she observes, she waits. Which raises the biggest question of all. What is she waiting for? Is she gathering information before making a move? Is she protecting her family while figuring things out? Or is she quietly preparing to walk away when the time is right? Because if she does decide to leave, it won't just be emotional, it will be explosive. Business deals, public image, shared investments, everything would have to be divided, managed, and redefined. And let's not forget, the public is watching. Every step, every decision, every reaction. Because scandals like this don't just disappear, they evolve. And the longer the truth stays unclear, the louder the speculation becomes. But beyond the drama, beyond the headlines, there's something deeper here. Because at its core, this isn't just about cheating rumors or viral videos. It's about trust. It's about the gap between what people show the world and what really happens behind closed doors. It's about how long someone can hold things together before reality starts slipping through the cracks. And right now, it feels like those cracks are getting harder to ignore. Because no matter how this ends, something has already changed. The image isn't as solid as it once was. The questions won't just disappear. And the trust, whether broken or tested, will never look the same again. So now, everything comes down to what happens next. Will Marsau finally tell the full truth? Will Letitia confront the situation publicly? Or will they try to move forward, pretending nothing ever happened? Because sometimes the biggest damage isn't caused by what people see, it's caused by what they can't unsee. And once that line is crossed, there's no going back. So the real question is this just another rumor that will fade away? Or is this the moment that changes everything for Marsau and Letitia forever? Because one thing is certain, the story isn't over yet.